G'day! Welcome to the Nerdy Dad channel and the Nerdy Dad review of the first episode of She-Hulk, A Normal Amount of Rage. A Normal Amount of Rage was directed by Kat Coiro, who's one of 2 directors on the series. She directed 6 of the episodes. This review is going to head into spoiler territory, so if you haven't watched the episode and you want to stay spoiler free, come back and say hi after you've seen it. I'll start by saying that overall I liked the episode. Some things I liked, some things I didn't like, but overall I found it was a very solid first episode. I'll continue by saying that I don't know how much of this episode has set the tone for the rest of the series. Well, maybe it set the tone, but not the blueprint. In some ways, it's exactly what I expected. I mean, a lot of this episode is in the trailers. And in other ways, it really is not what I expected. What I expected, and what the show may very well become, is, as Jen says herself in one of the fourth wall breaks, lawyer show. I mean, we've only seen the first episode, and it was getting all of the backstory out of the way. Look, something I can't remember if I read it or I heard it on another YouTube channel, was that the backstory stuff wasn't originally front-loaded like it was, but that in test screenings, everyone wanted her backstory, so the series was re-edited to put it in the first episode like it is. If that's true, then it really gives another layer to her fourth wall break at the start when she says, "I am a Hulk." And I'm guessing you won't be able to focus on the fun lawyer show until you know all about that. And that's what this week was. It was her superhero origin story. Although she definitely doesn't want the title of superhero. As with what happened in the courtroom with Titania, I don't think she's going to get a lot of say in the matter. For all that Smart Hulk, said that seemed to not apply to Jen, I'm pretty certain that one's going to come true. Another one I'm pretty certain will prove true is that you don't pick your moniker. I don't think that Jennifer Walters will choose the name She-Hulk any more than Bruce chose the name Smart Hulk. Speaking of She-Hulk's origin, one of the most intriguing things to me is the Sakaran Class A choreograph. Look, Bruce said he needs to get to the bottom of that, so I'm hoping we get to see it in the series. Look, it could get resolved in another movie or another series, but as I said, I'm intrigued, so I at least want something else to happen in this show, if not the whole resolution of that storyline, within the She-Hulk series itself. Given what he's been through, you always feel sorry for Bruce. In this show, though, I felt really sorry for him. He's had over a decade of dealing with shit. Another personality, a literal rage monster living in his body. Someone else undergoes a similar transformation and they're fine. They're in control. It's always them, even in their other form. I mean, damn! Good for her, but that's got a sting. That's really harsh on Bruce. I don't know if it happens in the comics, and I don't think it's going to happen in the show, but I almost want She-Hulk to properly Hulk out in at least one episode and lose control, just to prove that Bruce wasn't responsible for what happened to him. You can't just say, I'm used to hiding fear and anger, so yeah, I can automatically control this supernatural force. I mean, it's fiction, you can say whatever you want. But Bruce just had to learn to control his temper and cities wouldn't have been leveled? Really? Going back to what I said earlier, a lot of what we see in the episode is in the trailers. However, from the trailers, we know a few things of what's coming. She-Hulk joins the law firm that she's just been prosecuting against in this episode. Wong makes an appearance, Daredevil makes an appearance, and Abomination becomes a client. Critics who've seen the first 4 episodes say there's a lot of cameos, and that could be a lot of fun. If it's a cameo of the week style show, obviously this week was the Hulk. Look, other than the 3 I've named above, there's a few cameos I wouldn't have minded seeing. However, after that post-credit scene, I really want Old Man Cap to show up. I don't really give a shit if Captain America, but it was a funny post-credits tag, and I think that it would be really funny to build on it by having Steve appear, possibly in another post-credit scene. Hell, what about the last post-credit scene? That'd be a great cap on the show. Hey, you've stuck around to the end of this review. I'd appreciate it if you leave a like, subscribe, and say hi in the comments. I'll be back next week to talk about She-Hulk Episode 2. This is the Nerdy Dad, signing off.